Welcome in, everybody, to the KC Sports Report. I'm your host, Michael Darcy, and today I'm going to break down if Patrick Mahomes is the best player in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes had one of the greatest seasons in NFL history. He threw for 50 touchdowns and 5,000 plus yards. He went on to win the NFL MVP in just his second season in the league and his first season as a starter, asserting himself as one of the NFL's best young players. So, with that being said, is Patrick Mahomes the best player in the NFL? The NFL came out with their top 100, and Patrick Mahomes ranked 4th, behind Khalil Mack, Drew Brees, and Aaron Donald. First off, I would just like to say that I strongly disagree with this list. This is a list of the best players in 2019, and you're going to go ahead and tell me that Khalil Mack and Drew Brees are better than Patrick Mahomes? If Drew Brees was better than Patrick Mahomes, he would have won the MVP last season, but he didn't. So Mahomes should be at least in front of Brees and Mack. The only other player that I think deserves to be in the top 2 is Aaron Donald. That guy is an absolute beast. He came in at number 1, but I don't think that he was better than Patrick Mahomes last year. So personally, if it was my list, I would put Patrick Mahomes at 1, Aaron Donald at 2, Khalil Mack at 3, and if I had to, I'd put Drew Brees at 4. But I think that Drew Brees had a very overrated season last year. I mean, he was good, but again, Patrick Mahomes was much better. So some people think that Drew Brees deserves to be over Patrick Mahomes. And if it's for the best career, yeah, he's been playing a lot longer and he has set a lot more records. But nobody in the history of the NFL has done what Patrick Mahomes has done at his age. So with that being said, he deserves to be number 1. And I'm not really upset that Aaron Donald came in at number 1 because he's an absolute beast. But I just don't understand putting Khalil Mack and Drew Brees in front of Mahomes. I don't know if they count playoff performances in these numbers, but out of all the players in the top 4, I think that Patrick Mahomes had the most impressive performance in the playoffs. Aaron Donald was pretty good, but he really struggled in the Super Bowl. Nobody could get to Tom Brady, so I don't really blame him. But if the NFL is calculating playoffs into these rankings, then that's just another reason why Patrick Mahomes should be higher. So after looking at these rankings, I think that the only other player that should even be mentioned in the category of the best is Aaron Donald. That's no offense to Khalil Mack and Drew Brees, but they just don't deserve to be in front of MVP Pat. And that's a fact. If you disagree with me, sorry, but look at the season that he had and look at the season that Khalil Mack and Drew Brees had. They had good seasons, but they weren't better than Patrick Mahomes. So I think that Patrick Mahomes is still the best player in the NFL, despite the NFL's rankings. And you might call that bias, but I have watched Patrick Mahomes every snap in a Chiefs uniform, and I have seen what he has done firsthand. And so after you see that in person and live, it's just incredible, and it's something that we might never see again. What he's done on the field is something that nobody before him has been able to do. And you're going to sit there and say that Drew Brees and Khalil Mack were better this year? That's just a joke. So let me know in the comments, is Patrick Mahomes the best player in the NFL? In my opinion, he is. I think that he will be considered as one of the NFL's best players for his entire career, because if Patrick Mahomes can keep getting better, he will go down as one of the greats. Hopefully Patrick Mahomes can prove that he's the number 1 player in the NFL in the 2019 season. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Everybody subscribe. It really helps out, and I really appreciate it. Go click the link in the description and go support me on my Patreon. I would really appreciate it. Go check out my social medias. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the KC Sports Report by Michael Darcy.